Everybody's at the best of their game.
They're all crazy.
They're all crazy, no matter what you do. I say that madness and genius are next door neighbors and they borrow each other's sugar. You have to be like literally fucking up almost every other part of your life to achieve real greatness.
Yeah.
Because you gotta abandon personal relationships. You gotta be totally unbalanced, completely obsessed and focused upon your goal.
You stare at your past and you'll end up staying there. It's okay to look back and admire it, but you carry on. I'm not in the business of staring back at it. You know what I mean? And getting lost back there. People say a loss can make or break a fighter, but trust me, a win can also make or break a fighter because they get comfortable with a win. People can get comfortable with a win, and slack off then. Slack off on the training. Slack off on the diet. They've won one. They're winners now. That's not me. You know, you sleep on a win and you'll wake up with a loss. So I just carry on.
The scientists in the old world and saying the first human being to run 2 hours or under 2 hours will be in the year 2075. 2075. But I have proved them wrong.
The first man to run a marathon in under 2 hours. One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge. One giant leap for human endeavor.
If you believe what you are doing, then you will be successful.
One of the most important things, never, ever quit. Never quit. I've watched some of the most incredible, brilliant students, and they didn't make it like other people made it because they didn't have that drive. They didn't have that never give up ability. And I've seen people quitting, and if they would have held out longer, they would have been successful. I've seen it so much.
You got a dream. You got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it.
Nothing's ever going to be given to you. Everything's going to be earned. If you don't go out there and put in the work, you don't go out and put in the effort, one, you're not going to get the results. But two, and more importantly, you don't deserve it. You didn't earn it.
Today is difficult. Tomorrow is much more difficult. The day after tomorrow is beautiful. Most people die tomorrow evening.
But if there's one message I want you to walk away with today, it's this. You have to disappear. Disappearing means doing the work. It means doing the work in the dark. It means building in private what you don't need to prove in public. It means doing the work when no one's watching. You stop worrying about what people think and start valuing what you believe. Because a life that looks good or sounds good is nothing compared to a life that feels...
The odds were stacked against me. I won anyway. Because I win.
You won because Edward Darby came forward. You got lucky.
Guys like you always think other people get lucky. I don't get lucky. I make my own luck.
Every 6 years, I went every single day without missing a single day. I never got sick. I was in the water on Christmas, birthday, holidays, everything. It didn't matter. When you have a goal that's important enough to you, nothing will stand in your way. During the days where I didn't want to go, or I was tired, I was sore, this, that, or the other, I still went. Because if I'm going to go to practice and I'm going to get 10%, 20%, 30% out of that day, it's better than getting zero. So I was always taking steps forward. I swam for over 20 years, and I can guarantee you there was probably 100 days where I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to stay in the pool or stay in my bed and not get out. But those were the days where you have to. You have to get up and do something, because I think that's really what separates the good from the great. The greats do things when they don't always want to do them.
One of my favorite quotes is, every day I wake up, I'm one day closer to death. So what you gonna do with the time you got left? It's like, understand that this is our time right now. The moment is now. These moments, we only have the moment. So a lot of us live in the future and a lot of us live in the past. And that's something that we have to get out of the habit of.
You got to figure it out, right? If you really have an obsession to figure it out, you will figure it out, right? And every puzzle is constructed differently. Right? AI's situation when he came into the league was different than mine. Mike's situation in Chicago was different than mine. Right? Everybody has a different puzzle, man. You just got to figure out your own puzzle.
Focus on yourself, on improving yourself, of being a good person yourself. Focus on you liking yourself. Do you like who you are? Be the best that you can be and do not try to be like anyone else.
Let me be very clear. I'll never give up. Never.
You don't get anything without discipline and hard work. You can't make a life if you're not willing to sacrifice and you're not willing to suffer and work for your dreams. When things get hard, you have to be willing to suffer to change the circumstances. Nobody gets an easy ride.
What is the best advice you've ever heard or received?
Spend so much time on self-improvement that you have no time to criticize others.
Love it.
I put on my shoes, I put on my clothes like everyone in here. I have good days, I have bad days. I'm only gonna have my bad days in a boxing gym. Cause I'm an under the lights type fighter. Cause when I go under those lights, no matter how I win, I'll win.
You've got this great line where you say so many people are obsessed with how to live longer instead of how to live better.
Yeah.
How do you come to think about that?
Quantity. Success without the profit. Ooh, how much more can I get? I'm for it. The longevity. I'm for it. But in the pursuit of it, are we measuring quality of life along the way? Some people aren't. And I personally don't want to have the highest number, but then go, well, that wasn't any fun, or I didn't enjoy that, or that sucked. I'm just trying to remind everyone that just like in business, when I say success without the profit, we have plenty of people that succeed. If you got the most money, the most toys, you succeed. And we talked about those people earlier that have, at the end of the day, have problems with their relationships or they can't sleep, or whatever. They didn't profit. They're not profiting with their success. Profit measures quality with the quantity. So I'm saying real success is when you have profit. Well, really great longevity would be for those quality years, quality time left in this life.
If life was nothing but green lights and we didn't have yellows and reds, things that make us pause, hardships, crises, times for introspection, then what the hell would it all be for? We need the yellows and the reds. That's how we evolve. If anything, I would say to my 15-year-old self, go fail more. If anything, I would say to you, go fail more. Forget them. Those people on the sideline that are saying the thumbs down or calling you something or being snarky, they're on the sidelines for a reason.
Everyone has a purpose. You just have to find that purpose and then tap into that purpose. You're going to need somebody. None of us can do it by ourselves. And this is a true testament of the last 30 days that we've seen someone not be able to do it by himself. Lock in, believe in what you believe in. Nobody else matters. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself to your truth. You have to hold yourself to your beliefs, and always believe in the power of the man above. Because nobody in the history of life been able to do it by themselves. Nobody. Don't worry about the haters. They ain't. Don't worry about the naysayers, because they ain't. Whenever you feeling a way about yourself, you look in the mirror and you say, you are the only thing that matters. There's a good quote by Theodore Roosevelt that I always believe in and I always look at. It's called The Man in the Arena. And the basis of the quote is about all the doubters and the naysayers can say everything that they want to say, but they have never stepped inside the arena, so they don't even know what it feels like to have blood, sweat, and tears. So how can they tell you what the hell to do if they've never done it?
Nice. If you're 22 years old, like, the world does not hate you. You're just not good at anything yet. If you seek to be good at something, then you have a tremendous deficit in experience and repetitions that people who are ahead of you or who have achieved what you want to achieve have over you. And so the only thing that you have, now you do have an advantage. You have a couple. Number one is that you will have more energy than they do, period. And so your ability to work long hours, sleep less, and maintain high levels of focus while maintaining peak fluid intelligence is at its peak. Use it. The second thing is that you have nothing to lose. And so the thing is people always fear being the new entrant. But when you have nothing to lose, or you have nothing going for you, it also means you have nothing to lose. And that means that every position on the board always has an advantage, because anybody who has achieved this big thing that you have was also once a 22-year-old who had nothing going for them.
And you're at 0.
Right.
You can't get worse than this.
You have unlimited shots on goal. And so not taking the shot is like saying, life, I don't want to scratch off this lottery ticket, but the lottery ticket's free.
You think 60 to 70,000 thoughts in one day. This is science now. Out of those 60 to 70,000 thoughts that you think in one day, 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts as the day before. So if you're thinking the same thoughts and you believe that your thoughts have something to do with your life, then your life should stay the same. Because the same thoughts always lead to the same choices. The same choices always lead to the same behaviors. The same behaviors create the same experiences. And the same experiences produce the same feelings and the same emotions. And those same emotions drive your very same thoughts. And your biology, your neurocircuitry, your neurochemistry, your hormones, and even your genetic expression is equal to how you think, how you act, and how you feel. And how you think, how you act, and how you feel is called your personality. And your personality creates your personal reality. That's it. So if you wanted to create a new personal reality, you would have to change your personality.
Don't let life stop you from living life. All that you feel, all that you're carrying, all that you've seen, all that you've heard, all that you've been exposed to, all of those experiences, they are all very, very real. You may not be telling people about them, but you're thinking about them, you're carrying it, you're processing, you're triggered by it. It's all still there. But do yourself a favor and make the decision that you're not going to let life stop you from living life.
Just try things. Find out who you are. What do you love to do? Because in the school system, they will tell you get a D or you should be studying more. You're not good enough for that subject. In the real world, what you get a D at, you outsource to someone else. What you're not good at, someone else is good at, they do it. What you're good at, what you love to do, double down on that. Like really get good at the thing. I love marketing. So I'm probably one of the best marketers in Britain right now. I've get hundreds of millions of views on my social media. And I've spent time studying that craft. How does it work? And I enjoy it. So I don't mind being obsessed by it at 3 o'clock in the morning on my phone, figuring out why this world works this way. I enjoy it. And I think that's the thing that's getting a bit lost in exam results. Is like, do you actually enjoy the thing you're studying? If you can spend time doing something you love, all you really need to do is learn how to monetize it. Right? So I met a lady recently, she wants to basically draw. She loves drawing. All she doesn't have is the ability to make money out of it, and that's all teachable. So you'll learn accounts, you'll learn sales. If you're able to do something you love, you can learn these things naturally.
Any high amount of dopamine that comes to you without effort before it will eventually destroy you. Wow. Or bring you close to destruction. So something that just feels so good that all you had to do was open a package. All you had to do was take a pill.
Or open a website.
That is the slippery slope. Dopamine is not about the pursuit of pleasure. It's about the pleasure of pursuit. It's about motivation. The other thing to remember about dopamine is it can, if it's increased very dramatically and very fast, it can drive addiction. And I define addiction as a progressive narrowing of the things that bring you pleasure. A great life is where many, many things bring you pleasure.
Yeah.
Things come right on time. And, the last time around, it wasn't our time. It wasn't my time. And sometimes you have to accept that you have to wait your turn, and dealing with all the, everything that came with the last Super Bowl is, you still kind of leave it empty a little bit because as great as a performance was, it wasn't enough to win.
When I wake up tomorrow and I'm going to be pretty fucking tired and feel like shit, I'm going to go, something I always tell myself is how you feel right now is why no one else does what you want to do or does what you do. And if you push through this, that's just even, more of a reason why no one will ever be who you are. And so it's like, I think being able to push through unhappiness and do things you don't want to do consistently year after year over the course of a decade is like the ultimate advantage.